August 13th, 2019. Little example of some tree rape in my yard. That's not natural. That's spray. This tree's been doing really good too, and when I had the hose and I could spray it, they really had a hard time killing it. You can see over there, that's not natural. That's fucking spray. And I'll tell you, because these scumbags actually have a chain around the tree. So they killed this one. And then they took the chain and wrapped it. I can't even fucking take a picture because they got their scummy shit mountain people in there. See? There's the branch that they pulled off my maple tree. But they've been trying to kill this tree for a while. They try and kill all the trees. They just killers. They're like the stupid kind. They're murderers. There's killers, there's honorable killers in the world, and there's fucking shitty, passive-aggressive, coward, hater, murderers. And that's what all the people around here are. Shitty, aggressive, cowardly, hate murderers. And I don't really give a fuck if they're in the military doing it, or if they're just in the gang, or if they're in a fucking militia. I don't give a shit which it is. I've offered to have even a circular group where I'm in the center and all the hate people could be around me just like venting their hate, as long as I get to say something back. But they don't want anybody talking back to them. They don't want anybody looking them in the eye. They don't want anybody having, God forbid, nicer flowers than them. My whole yard, even though it doesn't have any water, ought to have sunflowers springing up in it, because sunflowers are like fucking weeds. And there's been sunflowers and sunflower seeds all over this yard. And I did see some sunflowers springing up earlier in the spring, but they were murdered. So that's what these people do, is they murder things as long as they'll stand still and be silent. Or as long as they're like really a lot smaller than them and they have no weapons. It reminds me of like how we went after Iraq instead of Saudi Arabia after 9/11. That's what it fucking reminds me of. Seeing that tree down there has been totally murdered. Tree down at the other end of the block got murdered. They murdered my, they're just creepy. Super creepy. Super creepy, and they're supremacists, and they spend most of their energy destroying other people's stuff. So they want you to not be able to grow any of your own food because they want to sell it to you for expensive. They want to produce their food in fucked up ways that cause people to get sick and get ill and fucking get cancer and gut diseases and all that kind of stuff. They want to force you to eat it by making it so you can't afford anything besides their crappy. And then they send this food to the food banks. Then they have the kids package it up, and they poof around saying what a good job they did helping the food bank people, when really what they're doing is packaging up basically food that's so toxic that you can't even eat it. I can't cook the food bank beans because they're not prepared right, they're not dried right, and so you can soak them for 2 days and then cook them for 2 days and you will still have a crunchy center. And I've heard of people getting actually sick from there, and they got a cat down there. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that cat. I think it's sick. But it was there when we left, and now it's back just laying there. So anyway, yep, that's what the tree murderers are up to in my neighborhood. Just murdering, raping, anything that'll stand still and silently and not terrify them, because they're very, very, very cowardly group of people. Very cowardly. And they're a large group. So, pedigrees. And they don't like Arabs, but they're too scared to go after Arabia. Ha ha ha.